Okay, let's get started. I have finished grading the midterms. I posted grades. You can download the graded midterm by going to Canvas and going to the exam, and there will be a file in the comment section. I could not find a way to bulk upload them. So I added one by one to the comment section. There was a frown, so I'm not sure what.
I don't see a grade.
You don't see the grade, no. To find the grade, go to the course portal. You see it there? So can someone confirm they can see their grades and that they can get the graded exam downloaded?
I see the grade in the portal, and I don't see where I could get comments.
There
Yes.
you go back to Canvas and go to the exam.
Yep.
And then there should be at least I see it on the side of the exam, on the right side.
Can I share my screen?
Just a minute.
All right, sure.
I need to. Okay, you can do it now.
All right. Share screen. This one.
So it's interesting. Try that's your. Try going to click on attempt one. Oh, okay. Let me. Just double check that. Speed grader. Let me. Options. Rubric. No.
When I go to the course page, I get a link on the right side. Aha. Recent feedback. And then there's an attached file here. Okay, so again, I went to home, and then there's a recent feedback in the bottom right
Okay.
corner. Then there's a PDF file.
Right.
All right. I'm going to stop sharing my screen.
Right. Yes.
Professor,
Yes.
it says nothing for now for me under recent feedback.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Let me. I have to. You were the very first. It. I'm seeing it uploaded for you. Did you go to your home screen?
Yes, I did. Let me check it again. I'll refresh and check it.
Yeah.
It's still the same. Do you want me to share my screen, Professor?
Sure. Let's try and debug it, and then we'll move on. But
Okay.
if we can't figure it out, yeah, nothing there.
It says nothing for now.
So if it doesn't show up for people, let me know and I can send it to you by email. Well, I must admit I was somewhat surprised that there was not an obvious way to upload all the files. And there are instructions on how to do it for assignments, but when I followed them, there was not the option to do it for quizzes. So again, if you go to your home, if you go to the Canvas and look at the home screen, on the bottom right, there should be that recent feedback. And there you should be able to download your graded exam. If you don't see that, send me an email and I can just mail you the PDF. So are there any questions? And don't everyone speak at once. It's Zoom only lets one person at a time talk.
So is the final just going to be basically like the same layout and
Yes.
and in terms of like using the quizzes on Canvas?
Yes. That's the plan, yes. Although this glitch of some people, at least one person can see the results and they're not, is not encouraging. Okay. Got 5 people waiting. Perhaps they were just not paying attention and then see the. I don't think people will be surprised by the results.
Sorry, just want to double check to make sure. Our finals at 3:30, is that correct?
That sounds right. I haven't looked
Okay.
recently.
I don't think it actually specifies on the syllabus. It just says the date.
Right, but the final exam schedule has
Oh, okay.
So it shows we had 2 hours for the final, or at least scheduled. Do we have the full hours?
yes. I'm a firm believer in following what rules I can, so I can ignore the ones I think shouldn't be followed. So I always give my exams on the date and time scheduled by the university. And if you're given a lot of time, one hates to get into trouble by violating rules, minor rules that are easy to follow. I want to save that for more important events. So at least everyone here knows when the exam is. Same format as the midterm. Right. And again, the same process. I put PDFs and doc files on Canvas. You download them. I get to watch you one last time through Zoom, but this time everyone turns on their camera instead of only part of the class. And maybe some year they'll give me a different time slot to teach. I get a different time slot to grade. So it's not the very last day of the final exams, but for most people, it should be the last exam they take this semester. Does everyone have comments on the course, using Zoom, how the semester went in general, what the CS department can do better next semester, what I can do better next semester? We're still going to be remote next semester, so we got another 15 weeks to go. Things that other instructors did, which worked better than I did.
I feel like you had probably some of the best policies of my classes.
Yeah, that I've had another professor who consistently went over time, like every lecture, and it's like, well, but we have other Zoom meetings to get to, and
Right.
trying to cram assignments. And it's just like, I mean, I get it. Pace is different given that we're online and all that, but it's just something that everybody has to work with.
Yeah. When I was a graduate student, I had a professor who really liked going over time, but as a person, it didn't happen when I took him, but the year before I took him, the classroom he used for that class was right next to his office. So what students would do is they have their friends call his office, right? At the end of the class, they'd hear the phone ring, he'd run, he'd say, don't go away. They'd run out to his office and they would all get up. There was 2 doors to that classroom. They'd all leave that other door. Yeah, so far it looks good for, going back on campus in the fall. They've made we have to make up the schedule for the fall semester, and they told us to make it up as if we're meeting face to face. But of course, it's easy to, when you've got a schedule for face to face, it's easy to change that to online, but you just remove where it's being held and say online. Going the other direction is harder, but you have to find the rooms, and scheduling the rooms is, you know, the right size is hard. But also, at least some people have vaccines, so we'll see. If no one has any other questions or comments, most of you claimed that you were busier than normal. And sometimes it is nice to take a break, not do anything, a forced break, but one may not want to do that on Zoom. I will have office hours next week on Tuesday. I guess I can still have them on Thursday. Because my office hours are before the exam. But I don't have anything else to add. And I'm not seeing any obvious signs of people thinking of questions. So unless there are any objections, we can end class. I can go back to grading.
Is there a exhaustive list of topics that will be on the exam? Or anything like that?
Like I said, it's primarily going to be things we covered after the midterm.
Because I feel like there were some things that were like in the lecture notes that we didn't necessarily go over. Specifically, the active object.
We did not go over active object, that is correct.
So that won't be on the final.
Unless there is a overwhelming demand for it to be on the final.
Yeah, I don't think that will be the case.
Yeah, I haven't. It's very rare that there's a big demand to add material to a final exam.
Okay. All right.
Okay, well, You know, we could just stare at each other for another 30 minutes or so, but
All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Have a good.
yes, and,
Yeah.
and this time I can say for true, I will see everyone next Thursday.